everyone, today I have another first impressions for you guys. This is something that was super highly requested from you guys. A lot of you guys were commenting on my videos asking me to get more information about it, maybe pick it up, do a review, so it is this. The L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion. Now the reason why I think this is getting so much hype is because this is finally a drugstore cushion. I know Physicians Formula also has one, but L'Oreal's tends to be more popular than Physicians Formula. Also, the packaging on this is really cute, so I think that's why it's getting so much hype. This has several shades available. I believe there are 12 shades available in this cushion foundation, which is insane considering most cushion foundations have at most 3. If you're lucky, if you find like a high-end one, maybe they'll have like 5 to 6. They also cater to different undertones. The one that I have is actually in C3, which stands for cool, which I'm actually usually warm. But to be completely honest, this thing was a to find. I looked everywhere for this for weeks. I went to every Walgreens, every CVS, every Target, every Ulta in my area, and I just could not even find the display for these. Like, these just weren't available in my area for some reason. I don't know why, because I've seen reviews of this on YouTube, so I know people are finding it. But where I finally found it was Walmart. So thumbs up to you, Walmart, way to go. Unfortunately, they were sold out of most of the shades, so C3 was the closest one to my skin tone that I think will match. So we're just going to wing it and hope this matches and hope the cool tone doesn't look too terrible on my skin. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in so you can get a close-up of the product and see how it applies on my face. So now that you guys are nice and close, you can see how pretty is this packaging. I absolutely love it. I think it's so gorgeous. I can already see my fingerprints all over it though. Can you guys see that? This is in Creamy Natural. Let's go ahead and open that baby up. And I'm actually really curious about these puffs because if you're familiar with Korean cushion foundations, a lot of them have that blue air puff. This actually feels pretty similar, if not maybe a bit softer, like a little bit more spongy. Woohoo! Okay, that looks like it might match, so I'm just hoping it will because let's face it, I don't want to be on a wild goose chase trying to find my right shade, so. Whoa, that was so much. Oh my gosh, this is like a juicy cushion. Hopefully I can spread that all over my skin. So the match isn't terrible. I think if I got the warm or maybe even the neutral undertone, I would have been a little bit better off, but it's not insane. It is super easy to blend in, like no effort whatsoever. It's not covering up much, but I do like the finish. It's pretty glowy. So that is it. I've got it all blended onto my skin. Now already, it's super easy to blend. Took me no effort whatsoever. The finish is very glowy, which hence the Lumi name. I kind of expected that. I'd hope you would too. But it's definitely got a nice glow to it, which some people tend to like. Oily skin people might not get along well with it. But I do like how natural it looks. Also, the coverage isn't high. It's got a very low coverage, low medium at best, because I can still see this little mark from a pimple I had a couple weeks ago here on my chinny chin chin. Also, I didn't notice there's no scent really to it. Also, I'm not gonna set this with powder, not apply any concealer, and also I don't have any primer on my skin, so we're going to see how this cushion performs by itself. So let's get to the sunlight. Okay, so here we are in natural sunlight. And this is what the foundation looks like. It does hopefully feel a little sticky. It does feel a little sticky, so hopefully it sets over time and throughout the day, but it's not anything too crazy. I just am a big fan of powdering my foundations, but let's get you a close-up onto my skin so I can kind of point out some areas that are peeping through. I don't know if you guys can really see this, but on my chin here, got a little spot that I'd probably conceal more. Kind of around my nose. I don't know how to show you guys that. I wish around here were a little bit more concealed, and of course underneath my eyes. Hey guys, so I've had this foundation on my skin for about 4.5 hours, so I'm going to go ahead and look at how it looks and show you guys kind of how it's wearing throughout the day. I haven't done much, really, honestly. I've been pretty much sitting, I've actually literally been sitting inside. So I can definitely tell you that I haven't been very strenuous on this foundation, but it has gotten a little bit more dewy as I wear it throughout the day. So again, probably not something that's super oily skin friendly. People who have oily skin probably won't prefer a foundation like this. I mean, I would assume they wouldn't, because usually luminous foundations don't go well with oily skin. But it did set, so that's good. It doesn't feel like super tacky or anything like that. It wore off a little bit on my nose because I've been rubbing my nose because it's kind of cold outside, so my nose has been like kind of runnier. To be completely honest, it looks pretty much the same as it did when I applied it, except for the fact it did get a little bit more dewier, but I still think it looks very natural. I think it still looks really pretty. I will go ahead and do some close-ups so you guys can see for yourself what it looks like. So here I am in the sunlight, and you can see that it still looks pretty nice on my skin, still very natural and dewy looking, and here are some close-ups. Hey guys, so I've had this on for about 10 hours and now I'm ready to give you guys my final review slash first impressions of the L'Oreal Lumi Cushion Foundation. A decent amount has kind of worn off at this point, honestly. Like around my chin where that mark was, around my nose, some redness on my cheeks is kind of coming through, and a little bit under my eye. Obviously wasn't covered in the first place, so I wouldn't expect it to be covered at the end of the day. But I really like the finish of this foundation. Like I said throughout the day, I'm kind of disappointed I couldn't get my correct shade, but despite that, I still feel like it was a decent match for my skin. It looked very natural. I love the luminous type of look right now. I feel like for winter it looks awesome on my dry skin. I feel like if I wore concealer and a primer and powdered this a little bit, I would really love this. So I would definitely recommend this. I honestly don't really notice a big difference between Korean cushion foundations and this cushion foundation in particular. Honestly, blended all the same. So just to kind of go over the pros and cons of this foundation, the cons for me were definitely, it's hard to find for some reason unless you order it online or if you randomly stumble across it, and it obviously wouldn't work well for people who have oily skin or who don't like that luminous type of glowy look. Also, this was on the more expensive side for a drugstore foundation. I paid about $15, probably upwards of $16 at Walmart. So that's pretty dang pricey for a cushion foundation, especially a drugstore foundation in particular. Now, the pros of this foundation are definitely, it's very easy to blend. I love the finish. It looks very natural. Lasts throughout most of the day. I'd say a 6-hour wear without any primer or powder or concealer, and I'm sure with those 3 things it would last a lot longer. I also love the shade range, obviously, and that they address different undertones as far as cool, neutral, and warm undertones. So I would definitely recommend this for those of you guys who are looking to try out a cushion foundation in general. Just really curious about this foundation. I'd say give it a shot and see if you like it. Satiates your guys' curiosity about this product, and so as always, I hope you guys are happy and healthy for 2016, and I hope you guys are excited for the travel breakdown, which is a new series I've launched here on this channel. It is still part of the beauty breakdown. It's just a new series that is coming to this channel where I will be talking about different things that I've experienced, different foods, different just areas in general. So I hope you guys like that. I'm putting a lot of work behind it, so definitely check that out, and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!